Namaste from Sarva. My name is Janvi and I'm really excited to bring you today's video from this gorgeous location. Today we are going to be practicing the traditional Surya Namaskar or sun salutations. Sun salutations are made up of 12 different steps or asanas which are done one after the other. If done correctly, Surya Namaskar can be amazing either as a warm-up before you start your asana practice or even before your gym workout, or Surya Namaskar can be a workout in themselves. Again, if you do it correctly, they can have various benefits. Some of the benefits of these Surya Namaskars are the increased joint mobility, which is absolutely needed. They also strengthen and stretch your muscles at the same time. They're extremely healthy for your spine and they boost your immunity. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to begin at the front of the mat. The reason we always start at the front is because we're going to be using the entire mat throughout the Surya Namaskar. We're going to begin with either the feet hip width apart or closer together. It depends on what makes you feel more grounded and stable. Start with your hands next to you. Shoulders rolled back and down, belly pulling in and tailbone tucked forward. Take a deep inhale here and exhaling, bring your palms to your chest in the first posture, which is Pranamasana. Keep your gaze steady. On the inhale, bring your arms up and back into Hasta Uttanasana. You don't need to bend back too much. Just slightly shift the hips forward, keep a slight bend in the knees and gaze up. Keep your glutes tight so your lower back is protected. On the next exhale, you're going to slowly hinge from the hips. Try to keep your spine straight and long as you bend forward completely into Hasta Padasana. For the first few rounds, keep a slight bend in your knees. Your chest should be touching the thighs so you don't hunch your back. The back and spine should remain nice and straight. It's not necessary to keep the palms on the floor. You can either keep your fingertips touching the floor or you can bring your palms up to your feet or ankle. On the next inhale, you're going to step your right foot all the way back into a runner's lunge or Ashwa Sanchalanasana. You can either drop your back knee down and release the toe, or you can keep the toes tucked in and your knee lifted with the back leg straight and shift your hips forward and look up. In this position, you should feel a stretch in your right hip flexors. The most important thing in this posture is that your left knee should be directly over your left ankle so you don't end up hurting your knee. On the exhale, you're going to step the left foot back into Dandasana or a high plank. In Dandasana, your shoulders should be directly over the wrists. Press your palms down, engaging your shoulders. Pull the belly in and up towards the spine, engaging your core. And squeeze your quadriceps and knees up. On the next exhale, drop your knees, then chest, and then chin into Ashtanga Namaskar. Ashtanga Namaskar, elbows hugging in, keep your toes tucked in, your back is arched, which means your hips remain off the floor. Inhaling, lift the chest, releasing your toes out, keep the elbows hugging in, shoulders pulling back and away from your neck. Feel that nice back bend here. Keep your glutes tight. Palms pressing down and press your shoulders down and away from the neck. Don't let your shoulders or chest collapse down. Keep the chest lifted and shoulders pressing down. Tuck your toes in. On the next exhale, push back into a downward dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. So in your downward dog, your feet can either be hip width apart or closer together. Palms are shoulder width apart. Palms pressing down into the floor, fingers spread apart. Head between your arms. Keep pressing your chest back and you can gaze either between your feet or all the way up towards the belly. If your hamstrings feel tight, just bend the knees slightly and push your chest back towards the thighs. On the next inhale, step forward your right foot into Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Again, whatever you did on the other side, either drop the knee and release the toes or keep that back knee up, pushing your hips forward, lifting the chest. Right knee is over your right ankle. Exhaling, step your left foot forward into Hastapadasana. Inhaling, come all the way up and back into Hastottanasana. And exhaling, join your palms together in Pranamasana. Here are a few things to keep in mind while practicing your Surya Namaskars. In the beginning, when you're doing your standing back bend or Hastottanasana, you might feel a slight resistance either in the shoulders or your back. For that, keep your shoulders drawn back and away from the neck and keep your arms directly next to your ears. You can even slightly bend your knees and push your hips forward and tighten your glutes. After that, when you fold forward into Hastapadasana, again you might feel a slight resistance in your hamstrings or the hips. For that, keep your knees bent and keep contact between your chest and thighs. After that, when you move back into Dandasana or the high plank, it's very essential to keep your plank nice and strong. So press down with your palms, engaging your shoulder blades, keeping them strong. Pull your belly in and up, engaging your entire core, and keep your thighs, which is your quadriceps, and your kneecaps drawn up, holding a strong plank. Moving into your Ashtanga Namaskar, you put your knees down slowly and chest and chin on the floor. This takes quite a lot of arm strength. If you haven't developed your arm strength yet and are still working on it, you can lie down flat on the floor on your belly and then go into Bhujangasana from there. In your Adho Mukha Svanasana or the downward facing dog, you might feel some resistance in the hamstrings, because of which your heels might not touch the floor in the beginning. That's completely alright. You can keep your knees bent as much as you need to and keep pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Apart from all these things, in the beginning, if you've just began your yoga journey, try not to push your body too much. Try to listen to your body, allow it to develop some sort of strength and stamina. Begin with just 2 rounds and then keep increasing the repetitions as your body gets stronger. Great job with your Surya Namaskars today, and thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next class.